What's going on, Capricorn? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. I'm not sure where that accent came from. Justin here, and I hope you're having a fantastic week so far. So for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just amazing, Cap. And it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Higher Self has brought you here. We are in for an amazing journey. And guess why, Cap? Because it's your general energy weekly spread. So with this weekly spread, whenever you happen to come across this video, Cap, there may be some messages in here for you. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one. So take what resonates with you, leave the shenanigans with me, and never force a reading on a situation, okay? So with all that being said, where'd my mouse go? Let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Gems, feeling lovely. Just great energy. I don't know why I'm so excited to see you, Capricorn. It's just not that I'm never not excited to see you, but energy's great for it. But let's get into this thing. Because with this reading, I'm going to be pulling a few oracle cards, and then we'll get some tarot cards to clarify the details. But before we jump into it, these readings that I do, they're not gender-specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations, okay? And in case y'all were curious, the decks that I'm working with, I've included links for them down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested there, Cap. Oh, I dig that. You ready to go on an adventure, Capricorn? Because you got the third card of Aries here. Which was this card? The map card. And with this map card, this is a card of exploration, find your way, locate, unknown destination, new territory, lay of the land, plan, prepare, chart a course, read the signs, figure it out, directions, and new perspective. Okay, so this is we're about to go deep in on this one, Cap, because on a surface level, if some of you have been just wanting to just get out and explore, whether this be going to, maybe if you live in like a, maybe in like a bucolic area, maybe going to the city, or maybe even vice versa, maybe getting out, and if we've been surrounded by the cacophony of city noise, let's switch gears. Or, this could be going to just a new city, new state, new country, new continent, whatever that's looking like. Allow yourself to just go on an adventure there, Capricorn, because sometimes, and this could be for, just to go on a vacation or something. This could be maybe even for some type of spirituality type of thing. And we're about to get into that in a second. I'm getting chills even just thinking about it. But, if you've just been having that, bit of wanderlust, been wanting to just kind of get out and just kind of see some things, I feel like you don't have to do anything extravagant. Maybe just going on a road trip, or hopping on, if you're living in the city, maybe hopping on the train, maybe going to a different spot of town that you've never been at before, maybe grabbing a bite to eat there, whatever that's looking like. But just something to think about. When you broaden your horizons like that, it really it brings fresh perspectives to you. It shakes up the monotony of this journey, just kind of going out of your, because that's something too, Cap, maybe if this is something where if you find yourself maybe taking like the same route to work every day, or if you do get outside, maybe taking the same walking routine, just switch it up. Who knows what might happen? Maybe you get inspired by something. Who knows? It's beautiful like that. Aries energy, love it. But let's go a little bit deeper, Capricorn, because this could be something maybe for some others. This could be, the unknown destination could be within. This could be a great energy for you to learn some new things about yourself, to do even some healing work, Capricorn, if that's something that's even resonating with you. And, because I am, Capricorn, Pluto's, just even thinking about this, I was actually talking with a friend, he's an Aquarius, and Pluto's been doing some pretty transformative things, in your sign prior to this generational shift. So there's been a lot of changes that have been happening, I imagine, for you over these last, I'm not sure, I have to look how long Pluto was in Capricorn, but You know, Pluto brings a lot of change, a lot of transformative energy. And for those of you, if you have, you know, if you look into your chart, for those of you who were born, you know, on like the, so there are 30 degrees in a sign and they go from 0 to 29. If you were born towards that like last degree of Capricorn, like the 29th, I want to say, I think Pluto's going to retrograde back to about the 27th degree. And you know, this one won't resonate with anyone, obviously, or with everyone, obviously, but that might be, it might be a particularly hard time for you, or at least it can be if we're clinging on to things that are bringing us down. But you know, just to have that back-to-back Pluto energy like that, that's a lot to go through. But getting back off that, or kind of broadening back up again, you know, and this can really apply for all of you. You know, there's never a bad moment, or you know, there's always an opportune time to get to know the lay of the land of you, to understand the gifts that you're working with, whether that's through learning your chart, whether that's through meditation, whether however it is that you get centered and, you know, discover these things. But let's get some let's start charting out this map here, Capricorn, and let's see what the tarot's got to say about this energy, how we can work with this, because I like this. All right, Capricorn, let's see what we got here. Ha! There's your ruler. All right, Capricorn, this is solid, because you got, I love it. You got the Chariot here, you got your ruler, the universe, and then you have the Knight of Disc, and then we have the Nine of Swords. And so here's the thing with this, Capricorn. I love that you got this map and the universe. So again, for some of you, I do feel this need just when, I mean, come on, we got Chariot, Universe, this map card. If we've been wanting to, again, get out, travel, adventure, this, I feel like, even if we don't do something like right this moment, be thinking about something along those lines. You know, if you've just been on your head, start looking into flights, just to get in that habit, or look into train tickets, whatever this looks like. But let's see where this journey, where higher self is trying to take you there, Capricorn. But on a bigger scale, you know, talking about more kind of the spirituality, especially with your ruler being in Pisces right now, or then will be in Pisces for the next 3 years up to 2025. Saturn in Pisces is all about making your dreams come true, Capricorn, and doing some journeying within, finding that, asking yourself those deep questions, you know, where am I at on this journey? Is this what I envisioned? Is this how I picture, you know, am I feeling abundant right now? And if not, what can I do to get towards that? You know, what pieces am I missing? Because Capricorn, when you think of Saturn energy can be, it really does get a bad rap. You know, he can seem like he's a planet of restrictions, limitations. He's a taskmaster. I mean, he could come across like a hard ass. But the reason I'm bringing this up, because when we get into like Nine of Swords territory, Nine of Swords can be where it's like, we had maybe this whole vision here, but this is nothing how we viewed it. It's been, if anything, it feels like you're like stuck in some kind of like alternate reality, where it's like what you pictured is like opposite world. And it's just like, how did this happen? Where did things go astray? And you know, when we get into places like that, Capricorn, if that's something that's resonating with you, we gotta slow down for a second, pause, and and just assess if we're not happy with where things are at, what can we do? What is within our control right now so we can start shifting the direction and get this chariot towards where we're going. And here's the thing, if we've done everything that we can't think of anything at the moment, then you know what? Get out of your head. Go on a journey. Do something so that the universe literally can cook up this abundance that you've been working towards. Because yours is yours is a sign Capricorn energy, and anyone ruled by any kind of Saturn placements and Saturn issues, it's it grows with time. It takes a little time to mature. It's a slow burn, but man, when that flower blossoms, I mean, it is radiant, it is abundant, it's incredible. It's like it's an ultimate win, because Capricorn, just thinking with this energy, you're the achievers of the zodiac, and don't let that think for a second, any obstacles or anything, don't let that get in your way. And when I think about the Nine of Swords too, this is a card of cruelty in this deck. And I feel like it's less about being cruel to others and more so about how we can be cruel to ourselves sometimes, and how we can get in our heads and beat up ourselves. And when we get in that, if we get in that headspace, then that affects this journey. It affects how our perspective. It really limits us, and only where we can only see from this narrow lens. But when we start, and listen, this is not me saying that you're not grateful, Capricorn, but with especially how you came out the box all abundant, King of Pentacles, if we haven't been feeling abundant, or if we haven't been feeling like things have been going our way, practicing some gratitude, some positive affirmations, maybe journaling these things down. Because it's like when we, Nine of Swords, this is Mars and Gemini. And when you think about Gemini energy, that's how we communicate, or one of the aspects that they cover. And if we're communicating to ourselves lower vibrations, keeping ourselves in a rut, then that's how the universe is going to look. It's just going to keep attracting that vibration. We're going to stay stuck on this small island. But if once we start thinking from a higher perspective, start to soar, start going on, raising our vibration, then this whole thing starts making sense. Then these adversities become your allies, and then they become things that, if anything, we start anticipating. And it's like, I'm actually kind of overdue for like a tower moment. What's going on here? So, when we just get to thinking about those big questions, Capricorn, that's all that Saturn and Pisces wants, even with Neptune being in Pisces. But these next few years, and really just be thinking about how we can, if you've been in this place, just with the Nine of Swords, let's just start thinking from another perspective. Let's switch up the direction of this chariot so that we can start working towards that win. It might be a slow one at first. Just the King of Discs, he takes his time, but you know what too? That's even an indicator as well, just to appreciate the journey, appreciate the growth that you've accumulated up until now, because Capricorn, you've already leveled up. Being here right now, you've leveled up from when you were back then. So just keep that momentum going and appreciate this growth along the way. And with time, man, you'll see that it was all worth it in the end. And two, keep record of these adversities and things, any kind of Nine of Swords and moments like this, because who knows, maybe you'll share this story down the line. Because the King of Pentacles, he's a very generous figure. He likes to help others. This is Virgo's card. He rules the first two decans of Virgos and the last of Leo. He's a sign that he loves being of service and helping others to achieve what he's been through, and hopefully cut down some of the time that he's had to, some of the time and the work that he had to put into it, but yeah, you can turn this whole thing into your advantage, and then maybe, share this worldview with the rest of the soul tribe here, there, Capricorn. So a lot to think about with this little pocket. Fantastic start. More? Oh, okay, there's more. I was just like, okay, I think we're good, but more. Hold on. Yeah, a little more abundance there, Capricorn, because look at that. Your ruler's so generous. And I know that may sound a little condescending, but Saturn really is generous. He can ask a lot of us sometimes, or it may feel like it. I have one of my stronger aspect placements is like my Saturn is squared my midheaven, so some weirdness with the career sector, and yeah, but as with time it's starting to make more sense, and that's what Saturn does. It's like you keep putting in that work, Saturn pays you in kind. So okay, just one more there, Cap. I like it. And you got the Prince of Wands here. And you know what? He's one thing about the Prince of Wands. He's one big thing with him. He's like my fake it till you make it card. And that can really apply too for, when we think about like positive affirmations and things. Because I know that it can seem like, especially when we get stuck in our, heads, or if there is a situation that's going down. That's not even to diminish, whatever thing may be going down that's got you stuck here. But it's just, when we stay in that place, the momentum stops. But when we get in, because it's not even really like a fake it till you make it, it's just getting into the practice, because he's like a good practice, or a good model of how you practice Nine of Cups. If he's trying to get to a higher vibration, he's going to do things that raises his vibration, whether that be taking his lion out for a walk, or maybe fixing up his little chariot here. Maybe he's hitting up Knight of Disc and they're going on an adventure. Maybe he's hitting up, and maybe him and the chariot are going on a race. I hope this is making sense. But if we want things to change, these mindsets and things and these situations from keep happening, that's just if something that is resonating with you. Your thoughts are powerful, Capricorn, and really powerful too, considering too that you're an earth sign and how you can manifest in this realm. We want to be mindful of those thoughts, and if you notice that they're lowering our vibration, if we have people that might be lowering our vibration, we got to correct that stuff. But get in that practice of, gratitude every day. Talk about the abundance that you're grateful for, the abundance that you have around you, for the love that you have around you, all of that. And I promise you, Capricorn, it may feel a little weird at first. It takes a little effort, but I tell you, the direction starts to shift. So, all right, let's get some tea and let's get another tarot on this, or another oracle on this. And even thinking with that energy too, Capricorn, because the Chariot is Cancer's card and Venus is in Cancer right now. This is a great energy for doing some self-care. Really, even if this journey is, like I was saying, doing maybe even some like inner child healing, or just a general healing in general. just healing, just heal, Capricorn. That's what I'm just trying to get at. Self-care. I like it. You got the second card of Taurus here, which is the tandem bicycle. And with this card, this is a card of synchronized, alliance, duo, partnership, unison, equality, collaboration, togetherness, simpatico, aligned, hookup, cooperation, harmony, help, loin, consensus, and two of a kind. And this can be something if we're on this, if we're thinking about this journey, however this might be manifesting. This could be something if you want to bring someone along, be it a partner, friends, whatever. I mean, make it a joint trip. But I really am kind of getting more so of forming this togetherness within. If things haven't been feeling internally, just with this, because I love this little pocket here, but there's just this random little wrench, that's in our machine here. If you just haven't been feeling aligned, or just in, that your energies are just off, really take this time, Taurus, depending on when you're watching this, we still got maybe a few more weeks, and even when this energy passes, the self-care doesn't stop. But Taurus season is really great for slowing down, doing some self-care. Even Knight of Disc, talking about Virgo energy, theirs is great for, theirs is a sign of, one of the things they embody is health and routines, and even like our jobs. And
if even thinking about that too, you know, if something, if there's any areas that just are keeping you, that just don't feel right, or just haven't been where your energies have been working as well as they could, then really let's figure out what steps we can take to get to this security, to get to where everything is balanced. Because I think I might have mentioned this to you before, but Mercury is going to be retrograding in all of the earth signs this year. And when you think about just retrogrades as time of reflection, be thinking about what ways we can grow, what ways we want to improve, and even thinking too, you know, Jupiter in Taurus is going to be in Taurus on the entering, I think I want to say on the 16th. And that's just thinking even just about your long-term security over the next year. And again, this could be in finances, it could be in your health, this could be spirit, whatever this is. But really be thinking about that. You know, let's get some tarot on this, Cap, and you can get a little bit more on this card here. But definitely it is also just a great energy just for, you know, with Pluto being in Aquarius. I also feel like, honestly, with Neptune being in Pisces, even Venus being in Cancer, form even like some long-term, you know, relationships. But great energies for collaborations, partnerships, anything along those lines, getting together and creating a world. Or, you know, maybe you're creating a business, maybe we're, you know, we're doing hobbies, you know, maybe we're starting like a bike group, or however this is looking. But let's see what we have here. Okay. So you got the Death card here, you have the Three of Discs, and then you have the Three of Cups. And you know, Capricorn, when because this really does feel more like, yes, you know, adventure to your heart's content. You know, let me know, send pictures of your adventures there, Capricorn, if we are thinking about doing something. But just, you know, when we get into Death card territory here, the Death card is, you know, metamorphosis. It's a transformation. This is what we do when we journey within and try to find new areas of ourselves that need some light. And if there's anything, you know, Capricorn, that again, that are lowering your vibrations, that are providing disharmony, we gotta put in the work on this thing. You know, we got to, you know, the Three of Discs. This is about, it's Mars and Capricorn, and that's a strong placement, you know, because we're putting in that work for improvement, you know, again, because we're building that universe. But if we stay in that Nine of Swords thing, you know, it's not to say that your abundance isn't going to be great, but it's just like, you know, can we get more? You know what I mean? We want to think abundance. You know, I like that, because this card is Mercury in Cancer here, and we just want to be thinking, like, I feel like nurturing thoughts, and really celebrate when you get over these you know, these like hurdles on the journey. Make sure that we're taking time to celebrate those wins, because that helps keep the momentum going too. Because it's just like, man, yeah, that kind of sucked, that last little lesson there, growth. I mean, let me give you one for example, Capricorn. I mean, it may not compare to your situation, but I just got something where I've been thinking about, you know, doing something with my computer, and then my computer, one of my little fuzzy friends happened to knock it over. And granted, I can still record, but he's getting a little tricky now. So, but it was like one of those things where I could either blow up get mad at the animals and, you know, curse the world, or it's just like, you know, think, oh gosh, I got to blow all this money. But it's just like, you know what, I needed something with some more memory. You know, it's like, it's all a matter of perspective in how we look at that stuff. So just keep in mind, you know, it really can, it can change even something where, you know, you might have lost it 1 minute. You can approach it that cool and calm and collected. But I hope that makes sense, you know, just a little behind the scenes there. But also, you know, both the Three of Cups and the Three of Discs, these are cards for me of kind of reaching out to people. You know, since we're talking about this tandem bicycle, if we're at a place where, on this self-discovery, if we're feeling a little, kind of turned around and not quite sure what direction, this chariot is trying to go, communicate these feelings, Capricorn, especially with Venus being in Cancer right now. This is a great energy for you to hit up those really close to you and share these things, because now it's beautiful energy, Capricorn. And like my sun signs in Cancer, and I'll tell you what, it's been lovely. So work with this energy and work with these people, because I bet you they want to help you out, Capricorn, but you gotta let these things know, you know. So alrighty, let's get one more on the mix. Easy. Well, we'll see, because you got the 7th card of Pisces here, which is the baggage card. And this is a card of excess, unresolved issues, held together, preparedness, pack rat, fearing separation, heavy burdens, responsibility, necessities, prepared to go, next phase, and long journey. And so there's an emphasis here, just thinking with the 9 of Swords, because really that's like the only wrench I feel like in this beautiful little transformation here. If we can get out of our heads here, I feel like this if things have been feeling a little rocky, things would start smoothing out a lot more here, Capricorn. But it's remembering that, this journey it can feel long sometimes. There can be challenges, but it really is a matter of perspective. If we just look at it like that, like, my gosh, this thing is taking forever, then you know what I mean? That's how I actually read something this morning that I thought was kind of an interesting thought. It had said that nothing is inherently boring. It's just a matter of perspective. And I was thinking about that. It's like, and that really can't apply for just life. It just, when you think about, I think I did this for you before, perspectives. When you think about that, like, tarot's my jam, but that may not be someone else's jam, but that's fine. This is my journey, and they're meant to do something else. Maybe they're doing something with baggage. I don't want to do anything with baggage, but they love it. They can tell you about the different types. They could probably tell you all the brands here, but that's what's up, though. That doesn't diminish. You know what I mean, Capricorn? So just remembering that this journey can be exciting. It's just really how we look at it, and it's going to take some practice shifting that mindset, especially if this is something where, if you've been operating in that space for a long time, it takes a minute to get out of that. Believe me, but it's faster than you think, when we start resolving some of these issues, whatever things that might be weighing us down, Capricorn. Because I don't even like to look at these experiences that you have as baggage necessarily, because they were necessary. I guess it's only baggage if you carry it around and it's just weighing you down. But it really is meant to help you grow. And that's where, even just thinking about Cancerian energy, that's all we're about. Scorpio energy even as well, just about reflection and really thinking about what was the purpose of this? How did this help me grow? And when you start working on this stuff, we're relieving some of those burdens, because this is kind of like 10 of Swords, very 10 of Wands type of energy here, almost like just very kind of heavy energy. But when we realize that it's going to take some work, it might be a long journey, but it's all for your growth there, Capricorn, and it's going to get you because the Chariot is a big win. That's like you see how he's meditating in his win. He's one of my favorite chariots, just because I feel like this is what happens when you 9 of Cups, when you bask in that energy and be in the energy of what you want your universe to look like. Then that's all that you attract, is that good energy, and you track the experience that are needed to propel you there. Because if you got King of Pentacles type of goals here, then bet you're going to get King of Pentacles challenges. But what's going to come out of that?
King of Pentacles. So let's see how you're looking, King. Let's see what happens when we start opening up this space here. You know, letting some of this baggage kind of. I just got chills just even thinking about that, Capricorn. That's what's up. Ha! My girl. Hold up. Ooh. And abundance. Didn't I? Come on now. Isn't that... Get more chills. Is that not something more? Of course not. Let's switch back over here, Capricorn. I was like, what more do we need here? Because this is what I'm talking about. Because here's the thing. Let me tell you a little story about the Princess of Wands. You got the Princess of Wands here. Did I even tell you what you got? You got the Princess of Wands here, and then you have the Ace of Disc. Princess of Wands. Our early relationship. I would talk about how her tiger is just forever asleep. I mean, some kind of weird sleeping condition. She's always coming here without her uniform on, this hat, this Aries symbolism hat, I guess that's her exploration hat. My point is, she would just catch it, but like, look at this girl. She's just coming in, just bringing her, not necessarily lowering her vibration, but she would always I'd always have a critique for her. But you know what happened? She kept showing up. And I mean, it was like aggressive. It was like at least a couple of times a reading. It would be, I talk about her, she show up, and she kept doing that for a while there, Capricorn, because she's tenacious, vivacious, audacious. And because she knows that this journey can be tough sometimes, and that Ace of Disc, abundance. All that is just seeds. It's potential. But what we do with that is what matters. If we look at this thing and say that, oh, everything sucks, this is not what I wanted, then that's what's going to be your universe. And, because the universe kind of takes you at your word there, Capricorn. Your thoughts manifest things, and it can be a little tricky sometimes, but it gets easier. But all that to say, it really does, you can... It's no different than if you were to take a look at like a sunny day, and I know this is a bit of exaggeration, but for one person that you could see, it's like look at a sunny day and you could like find all the low vibrations in it. Sure, absolutely, it could be easy, but you know what isn't easy? Finding the abundance in stuff. Finding in these opportunities, just like, well, okay, yeah, like, oh, there's no sun today, but well, that's nice because then I don't have to worry about this, or, maybe I can get this thing done, or, it'll be a little cooler for me to do blah, 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 just really just a paradigm shift. And when we do that, Capricorn, start letting go of some of this luggage, start, releasing some of that baggage, it opens up. I mean, really, you got multiple worlds here opening up, Capricorn. It's really going to be a whole grand adventure and full of abundance and victory. But we just got to be in that mindset, and I hope that makes sense. But I think I'm gonna leave it there, Cap. But yeah, if you like that, let's help get this around, because this really is a very just abundant reading, Capricorn. And this is really, with your type of energy, you push, persevere through this thing. I mean, there's literally nothing you can't accomplish. And share this, Capricorn, if you know someone who might be going through this stuff, who might be, maybe things have been a little tricky here as of late. Maybe we've been holding on to some old things. And you know what? Just thinking too, Capricorn, just with that card as well, if we have been, one good way to kind of make space for abundance, if we are living in a space that's like kind of maybe we've been hoarding a little bit, Capricorn, you're in a judgment, in a judgment-free zone here. But if we've been hoarding a little bit, Capricorn, let's see if we can maybe clear out some space, maybe donate some things, maybe sell some things, however that looks, little side money there. But just a little something else to think about. But then also subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that bell button. You get notified when I release videos each week. And then I'm on this meditation app. And what better way to deal with 9 of Swords? I'll tell you what, it can be tricky. But I've been on this meditation app for years, Insight Timer. Excuse me. And I created a group on there called Zodiacs Raising the Vibration. And it's just a little group for dropping positive affirmations and encouraging messages, talking about your journey, the roadblocks that may come through and how we rise above there. Because, yeah, Saturn throws us some curveballs every now and again, but that's only because he knows that we can rise to the occasion. He knows what champions you all are. And I mean, you're ruled by by Saturn, Capricorn. So I mean, look at you. He already knows what he's dealing with. When Saturn blesses you with his energy, you know that you're about to be abundant. It's just how that seed takes some time. You can't rush that. That's something you got to nurture there, Capricorn. So what were we talking about? Oh, I was about to get back into your reading. Join my meditation group, or the group that I created in the group. Whatever, Capricorn. It's all in the description box. I got all caught up in your abundance again. And then last thing, you got the hottest ticket in the house, not that you needed one, but if you have any Cancer in your placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, come on over to my other channel, The Chariot and Friends. I do videos Monday through Friday there. We geek out over the Chariot, discuss lunar shenanigans. It's a good old time. And all that housekeeping down in the description box below. But let me get your surprise cards here, so I can get you out of here. I have strong finish here. I like that. We're accumulating the Zodiac. Got Libra's card here, which is the adjustment card. And with this card, Capricorn, let me get your Oracle card while I get shuffling for that. I mean, I mean, the Justice card really, what we were talking about with that tandem bike, getting back in balance. You know, getting back in balance, taking care of your heart, you know, listening to your feelings, and if something isn't feeling right, because here's the thing, Capricorn, I talk about that, how we can learn a lot from our opposite signs here, and here's your opposite sign, Cancer, and here's a Cancer talking with you. If there's something that doesn't feel right for you, you know, whether anything that's lowering your vibration, if anybody can figure out how to correct that, Capricorn, you all day, you know, but it's just, we got to listen to that, listen to those feelings, listen to your heart, and listen to where it's trying to guide you. And be kind to yourself too, just thinking with this witch heart, you know, when we get in tough situations, maybe, you know, adversity things, you know, face some challenges, you know, Justice card, excuse me, the adjustment card, it can be, you know, can deal with like legal things, and those can, you know, those aren't always fun, but just, yeah, making sure that we're just being kind with ourselves too, Capricorn. That's going to be key. And just really, you know, your thoughts are important. They affect your abundance. They affect your world. And Saturn doesn't want you to think, Saturn you didn't choose this energy for Saturn to be like, you know, to feel like Saturn's just trying to take everything away from you. That is not even what's happening. Saturn's trying to get you to build just a magnificent universe, Capricorn, and it's just going to take a little patience, and it's just going to take some perseverance, and it may test you sometimes. I get it, but man, you're the father. Dad always rises, you know, Dad can rise up to the occasion, you know, and I believe in it wholeheartedly. So Saturn does too. So Saturn showed up for you, so I'm going to leave that there. And your abundance. So you go out there, just go be abundant, Capricorn. I'm with it. And stay safe out there, you know, just, you know, when we get in our head and things, just be mindful of that. And just raise your vibration through the roof, you know. Change can be a little tough sometimes, but it's necessary for the growth. And I will catch you on the next one. Later.